ජගත් මානව හිමිකම් සැසිවාරය ස්විට්සර්ලන්තයේ ජිනීවා නුවරදී ඊයේ පැවැත්වුණේ 3 වන දිනටයි. එහිදී ශ්‍රී ලංකාව පිළිබඳ වාර්ෂික වාර්තාව මහ කොමසාරිස්වරිය කවුන්සිලයට ඉදිරිපත් කළා.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the interactive dialogue on the report of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, submitted pursuant to Council Resolution 40/1, entitled Promoting Reconciliation, Accountability and Human Rights in Sri Lanka.
Madam President, this is a key juncture for the Council's engagement with Sri Lanka. As my report A/HRC/46/20 indicates, nearly 12 years after the end of the armed conflict, domestic initiatives have repeatedly failed to ensure justice for victims and promote reconciliation. Despite commitments made in 2015, the current government, like its predecessor, has failed to pursue genuine truth-seeking or accountability process. The impact on thousands of survivors from all communities is devastating. Moreover, the systems, structures, policies and personnel that gave rise to such grave violations in the past remain and have recently been reinforced. The space for civil society and independent media, which had grown significantly, is now rapidly shrinking. The independence of the judiciary, the Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka, the National Police Commission and other key bodies has been deeply eroded by the recently adopted 20th Constitutional Amendment. Madam President, successive government commissions have failed to credibly establish truth and ensure accountability.
මානව හිමිකම් මහ කොමසාරිස්වරිය ගෙනා වාර්තාව ශ්‍රී ලංකාව ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කරන බව විදේශ අමාත්‍ය දිනේෂ් ගුණවර්ධන මහතා ප්‍රකාශ කළා. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ මානව හිමිකම් ක්‍රියාවලිය විධිමත් යාන්ත්‍රණයකට අනුව සිදුවන බවයි ඒ මහතා අවධාරණය කළේ.
Madam President, Madam High Commissioner, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka rejects High Commissioner's report, which is unjustifiably broadened its scope and mandated further, incorporating many issues of governance and matters that are essentially domestic for any self-respecting sovereign country. These recommendations are based on ill-founded allegations. Such unilateral actions by certain countries are unacceptable and a violation of the principles of natural justice. In addition to the progress made since last March, Sri Lanka has provided written comments and instances of erroneous information, misconceived and arbitrary assessments in the report. It is regrettable that the High Commission's Office published its report, accompanied by an unprecedented propaganda campaign on it, and refused to publish our comments on the report as an addendum. Sri Lanka refutes the allegations that have been reproduced in the High Commissioner's report from the highly contentious report of the panel of experts on accountability and the report of the High Commission's Office investigation on Sri Lanka, which have been rejected by Sri Lanka for reasons explained to this Council before. We regret the disproportionate attention drawn to Sri Lanka by this Council, driven by political motivation. Sri Lanka calls upon the members of this Council that any resolution which is based on this report be rejected by the Council and be brought to a closure. In conclusion, we remain open to engaging constructively with the UN, including this Council and the international community in mutually agreed areas in conformity with the Constitution and in keeping with the domestic priorities and policies. Ayubowan.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ සංහිඳියාව වගවීම සහ මානව හිමිකම් ප්‍රවර්ධනය කිරීම සඳහා රටවල් පහක් ගෙනා යෝජනාවක් මානව හිමිකම් කවුන්සිලේදී ඊයේ සභාගත කෙරුණා. මෙවර ජිනීවා මානව හිමිකම් කවුන්සිලේදී සභාගත කෙරුණු පළමු යෝජනාවද එයයි. එක්සත් රාජධානිය ජර්මනිය, කැනඩාව, මොන්ටිනීග්‍රෝ සහ මලාවි යන රටවල් නිකුත් කළ එම යෝජනාවේ දැක්වූයේ මානව හිමිකම් දරුණු ලෙස උල්ලංඝනය වී ඇති බවයි. මේ අතර ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ සිදු ඇතැයි කියන මානව හිමිකම් උල්ලංඝනය කිරීම පිළිබඳ ප්‍රමාණවත් වගකීමක් නොමැති වීම ඇතුළු කරුණු කිහිපයක් සම්බන්ධයෙන් මානව හිමිකම් කවුන්සිලයට ඉදිරිපත් කර ඇති යෝජනාවට ඇමරිකාව ඊයේ සහාය පළ කළා.